And we live. What's going on, good people? I know we're a little late, but we was over here, you know what I mean, politicking and all that one good shit. It's me, Dre, with my sister, my soul sister, Empress Chrissy. What's going on, sis?
All is well, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah,
All
all
is
is
well.
well. How was your family day? Your day
It
we
was
eat
good.
good.
It was good. Low key, you know, sweet. I mean, sweet. Yeah, sweet, but simple.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't do all the,
Yeah,
you
all the
know,
fluff,
nah,
all the bullshit. No, I get it. I
nah.
get it. It was pretty much the same for me.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool. I think that as I was kind of looking at stuff, I was looking around. As your family kind of goes through transitions and stuff like that. I was just looking like,
yeah,
damn, it's really time for me to like make like some traditions of my own. You know what I'm saying? Like with my son, and you know what I'm saying. You know, just and it's just deep. It's just looking at my family like, oh, okay, like I see what it is. I was just kind of looking off into the distance, like that's what it is. But it was cool. I had a good time. I went and my girl took me around her people, and it was cool. It was real cool.
awesome.
Had a good time. Had
Awesome.
a real
Awesome.
good time.
Yeah, I think that we should start creating our own. You know, take that energy and transmute it, alchemize. Make your own, make it your own, because we can't help
Yeah.
but celebrate it from
Right,
now on.
right, right. Because I don't celebrate it like you said. I don't
Like,
celebrate in the
yeah,
traditional sense, but it's like I'm with my people. You know what I'm saying? It's just I
right,
just enjoy having a time to come together with my people and
yeah,
politic, have the memories from back in the past, and look forward to, how we gonna create new memories and new experiences and stuff like
yeah.
that. So
It's all
that's
good.
what's dope about it. All right,
Yeah.
that's what's up. Today we gonna get into and discuss the synastry of Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade. One of those celebrity couples that's been in the limelight, so to speak. Well, actually for a while, but they've been on in the collective consciousness recently. Yeah, they got some stuff going on. They got some transitions and some stuff going on.
Mhm.
Last week we was kind of talking about how couples that's been spending the block and like they done been together, they done spent the block, they done got back together.
Yeah, right, 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 right.
So they kind of embody that energy, but at the same time, it's like you know, they it ain't like they recently got back together, but they have spun the block before. But yeah, it's real interesting. They have a lot of cards in common, especially in their permanent hand. So
Hmm.
anytime you see that, it's going to be some connections. It's going to be some lessons. It's going to be maybe some turmoil. It's going to be some joy, whatever they make it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they make it. But
That's right.
it's definitely there. Just from what you saw, what were some of the more I guess placements or the things that stood out?
What stood out to me most was in Gabby's hand, D Wade's birth card is her Pluto card. So that
Hmm.
means D Wade represents Pluto for her.
Right, right,
You know,
right, right,
Pluto is the underworld, it's the death and rebirth,
right, right,
transformation.
right.
So that means that this relationship would have been huge for her in terms of transforming her life. Uh,
Hmm.
very challenging.
Hmm.
Pluto is very challenging. So you said they spun the block.
Hmm.
That's probably why, because that heat get on you. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right, right,
That Pluto energy, and then she a Scorpio.
right, right,
So
right.
she might
Yeah,
have been able to handle it a little bit more while she came back, you know,
right, right.
because that's their natural energy, Scorpio. So
Yeah, right. Plus
that
the
stood
fact
out.
that plus yeah, it stood out to me too. The simple fact that like they spun the block. he kind of he outside of their relationship, he had a kid like kind of in the middle of their relationship or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I was kind of it's funny because I had saw a video, same video I had sent to you, and it was talking about how in a weird kind of way, like he went and had this baby so that she could take him back, or basically let her know that he was with what she was on, because there's been a lot of rumors uh, swirling around D Wade and his orientation or his sexuality or whatever. So
Sure. Yeah.
what I was watching, they was basically saying, well, nah, he had this baby so that she could know that he was, you know, I guess heterosexual or whatever.
I
And
thought
that's
that could be
weird. Like
very
that's
immature.
that
Right.
it's immature and it's weird. It's like that's I mean I think that's the first time I ever heard of something that's bringing a situation
Right.
together, something like that.
And he already had kids, so what significance was that?
I don't know.
Maybe,
Like I
maybe a
said,
place.
just based on this video I watched, I don't know. I'm not taking it as 100% truth, but
Yeah.
or not any truth at all. But basically, what they were implying was that she felt like he was kind of you know question mark in some gray area in that area, and then he
Right.
went and was like, well, nah, I'm a man. Look, I got her pregnant. Like what I'm saying. It's like I still like Cookie or whatever. Like what I mean. So he went and did that, and but like you said, like it is interesting that his birth card is her Pluto card. So Pluto is about like rebirth, death, and rebirth, and his birth
Hmm.
card, it's his birth card. So it's like, um, so her being a Scorpio, I wonder if it's. I mean, I know she's an actress and she's used to being in the spotlight, but I wonder if it was like something. Whereas that type of him being a ten of diamonds, that being his birth card, he's like a marketing like person that's like somebody that's like in the limelight. You know what I mean? So I
Hmm.
wonder if that was something that she needed to kind of get more exposed to, like on a deeper level, like that. That limelight or that
Yeah.
attention that comes
Or
with
sharing it. To my like
sharing
sharing
it.
it.
Right.
I
Exactly.
could see that because most actresses is kind of like I'm not judging, but like drama queens. They be that
Right.
way in real life. I know.
Mm-hmm.
Mentioned on the video something about she fought him or something like that. She would.
Yeah, like they
Yeah,
said they just used to lay hands on him. He,
that's that
mm,
Scorpio energy.
yeah, it
They
is.
don't play.
Nah, they
When you mess
don't.
with them, so I
Right.
can kind
Nah,
of
that's
it
it.
may be some truth to that.
Yeah, that scorpion sting ain't no joke. Um, I thought that it was pretty interesting that his like masculine energy was tied to like her emotions. The Ace of Diamonds.
Hmm.
Um, like
Yep.
how he projects his energy is tied to her emotions. But again, like that's that Scorpio energy, like that
Right.
kind of aggressive. Not even aggressive. I wouldn't even say Scorpios are necessarily aggressive, but it's like once they get on a certain level, it's like you wake them up and it'd be some shit. Like,
I noticed that their initial connection, like their main connection, is mercurial,
hmm
which means that it's gonna move fast.
right,
It's they have to actually communicate effectively, like really
right.
effectively. But then
hmm
mercurial is that youthful, so
Right.
it's kind
That's
of like
that.
immature.
Right. What's that?
So
That's the
there's an
first
age
13.
gap, huh?
It's the first 13 years, right?
Yeah,
Like in the life
yeah.
spread. Yeah.
So and there's an age gap in there with them.
Yeah, they're like
So
10 years apart, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
2 years apart.
hmm
And so they had to really get that under wraps too. And I
hmm
looked at their current collective energy. Now, from Gabby's perspective, it's Mars,
hmm
Mars energy.
Right.
Uh, and from D Wade's, look at my notes, it's actually Venus.
Right. Yeah.
So,
Queen of Clubs.
mhm. And it's like, although we see what we see in the media, it don't mean that people.
His his Pluto is in the nine of hearts, and his Saturn is in the five of hearts. So I feel like with those two cards, he got a lot of insecurities, a lot of restlessness. That five of hearts is like about like bad breakups, divorces, and stuff like that. And that nine is about like completion of cycles, and possibly therapy, possibly heartbreak. He could be heartbroken, by what they're going through, or by like how he's moving or how she's moving is making things go or whatever. Or maybe she's not accepting, him, as he's evolving. It could be any of that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and then
So
I think he divorced before, right? So
yeah. So this is like his second divorce. So it's like
if that's a part of
that.
his birth and death and rebirth.
Right. Exactly. And
Yeah,
then
that's a
his
transformation.
his first situation, I'm not for sure if the divorce was really as public, but it was like the situation or the his first kid's mom, his oldest kid's mom, like it was like she was in the in public basically talking about how he wasn't doing it right, or
Hmm.
that stuff like that. So I'm sure that that's bothersome, but pretty much since he went through that with her, and now he's going through something similar now. So I'm pretty sure that's something that he when he's in his reflective moments, he probably kind of wonders what's going on, or why that's a challenge that continues to pop up in this life.
Yeah, because we have to be mindful, or we don't really recognize that if something happened to you when you're 12 years old, it's still there.
Facts.
That
Facts.
12-year-old person is still in there
Right.
with that scar, with that wound, and relationships just touch on what's already there.
Right. Right.
So we tend to, as people, because that's just what we do, we want to, when stuff don't go right, we don't sit and assess lessons.
Right.
There's a great possibility for them to stay together,
Hmm.
but only if you learn the lessons.
Right.
And I
And
think
one,
that
my
these
fault. Go ahead.
these celebrities get too. You shouldn't put everything out on front. Take
Right.
some stuff private.
Right.
Do it do it private. We discussing it because we our purpose is to show how powerful codology is
Hmm.
in your life and how it shows you your relationships.
Right.
But yeah, telling your business private.
And it's that's kind of hard for D Wade just based off that ten of diamonds
Right, right,
placement. You know what I'm saying?
right. Right.
And then also, uh, ten of diamonds people, one of their lessons is to learn to not put like the smaller things, like and not even small things, the quote unquote smaller things, really the big things, like love and connection and stuff like that. Since it's not like necessarily in their eyes like the biggest thing, but they're used to that attention, that spotlight. They need to actually make those aspects of their lives like bigger parts of it, and they need to explore those parts of their lives more versus always being so geared to be in the public eye, or be like hide behind that mask that you have to hide behind when you go in front of the public. So
Hmm.
I think that's one of the lessons that he's still trying to grasp. And to even take it back even further, I used to, when he used to play in college, they used to always talk about like how his mom, I think his mom was on drugs when he grew up. So I feel like that could be something there that maybe a scar, like one of those scars you talked about, that he hasn't gotten over, or maybe like that, maybe that influences how he kind of shows up, or even perceives women in a certain kind of way, just based off of how his mom, like I don't know exactly, I don't know all of the details as far as how their relationship goes, so I'm not about to be like, oh, he feels this kind of way or that kind of way.
Hmm.
But I'm sure that if you grow up, with your mom as a son, as a boy, and your mom is, there in that way, I'm sure it affects you. I'm sure it affects how you, perceive or how you move
Oh yeah,
forward with
yeah,
how you,
absolutely,
how you pick women, how you see women, and how you treat women, things of that nature. So,
absolutely.
I'm
It
pretty
did.
sure that that's definitely one of the things that he's had to work past or get past or whatever.
Yeah, definitely. Your mother relationship, uh, it's very detrimental, very important to your relationship, to who you dating or who you married to in the now. It definitely is
Right,
a connection
right,
to
right,
that.
right.
And a lot of times, unfortunately, 99% of us, our trauma, our pain come from childhood.
Yep,
And most of it was unintentional.
yep.
It wasn't on. Now, I'm not saying it for everybody, but most just for instance, your mom had two jobs, went
Hmm.
at home with you. That's abandonment,
Right, right, right,
right? But she had to be at work.
right, right, right.
So
Hmm.
because of that, like okay, for example, I saw all over social media with Ti and his son had got into it or something,
Hmm.
and the little boy made a statement and said that he lived with his grandmother, and he only came to the house to shoot the show. I guess
Mm.
the reality show.
Right, right, right,
Now I didn't know what happened with the whole video, but just that piece, I'm like, okay, he sounded resentful.
right, right,
You
right,
know, he felt like he don't had, he came in just to be on the show.
right.
That could be what's bothering that child today.
Hmm.
How
Exactly.
we, you don't know.
Right, right,
It
right.
ain't about no
Exactly.
money. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, I had
And
said I had
I'm
went
kind of
down a.
stopped up, y'all. So it's
Nah, you good.
yeah,
I had went down like a little Twitter rabbit hole yesterday, and somebody was saying I'm not for sure if they knew them or they had knowledge of. They was like, yeah, him and I guess Tiny's oldest daughter stayed with the grandma. That's what they were saying. Like again, I don't know for sure, but this is what they were saying. Um, and then just getting back and kind of putting the bow on Gabrielle and D Wade, like their composite card is three of spades, so they're at a crossroads. Like, you know what I mean? They're at a crossroads right now.
right.
It's like it's all about, like you said, they can go, they can stay together, but it's all dependent upon how they choose to move, what they deem valuable, what they're willing to do, uh, as far as being vulnerable and transparent and all that good stuff, all the things that, the real work that goes into, a real relationship or making a relationship last, things of that nature.
And, uh, and yeah, right now Gabrielle is right with the three of spades.
Hmm.
So that's a mercurial connection.
Right, right,
So
right,
she has to talk to her husband,
right,
not to us on social media, or
right,
not to a show telling the man business out and talk to him. Now for
right.
him, the energy is Venus,
Hmm.
Venusian.
Right.
So she's mercurial, which means she's being a little bit more immature
Right.
than he is right
Hmm.
now. But it seems simple, but communication
It's everything.
is everything.
It sets the foundation for everything because
Yeah,
if you're communicating, if your communication is off, everything is off. It's almost like trying to dance with somebody who's off beat. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So it's you know what I mean. So it's like if you can't pick up their beat, your beat gonna be off, and it's like we off beat until somebody can kind of communicate how the beat is gonna go. And then also with the Neptune facet of it, D Wade's Neptune card, I believe, his
three of
hold on,
spades.
yeah, it's three of spades, and that's all about in their relationship. That's about receptivity to each other's moods and feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like, so basically, what we talking about. So it's basically, are they going to have the capacity to communicate what needs to be communicated to go forward, stuff like
And then
that.
that's the composite cord that's
Yep.
actually in his hand
Right. Right.
and
Right.
Neptune. So at times he might not even have a full picture
Right.
to
That's
actually
the
see
watery.
what's going on in the relationship to be
Mm-hmm.
able. That's why he got that heartbreak in Pluto to
Right.
help
Right.
him
Right.
get those lessons, those death and rebirths to be
Mm-hmm.
able to see.
Right.
Uh, because you failed that one to be able to add now to be better in the current
Right. Right. He got to
relationship.
look at it. He got to look at it as lessons instead of losses.
Right. And
You know what
then
I'm
for
saying?
Gabrielle, excuse me, her transition is the Queen of Diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, transformational card,
Mm-hmm.
which means she has to tap into meditation, yoga,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm not saying she don't, she might, but
That's gonna be helpful for her.
that'll be very helpful for her to do that
Mm-hmm.
because that's going to help her further transmute all of this that's going on in her life right now. You know,
Mm-hmm.
uh, because that's that Queen of Diamonds is that more spiritual, like activities and really assessing her values. What does she value? She make good money. Queen of Diamonds, she make good money, but what are your actual core values?
Right. 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 Exactly. That was a good place to kind of transition from core values, because
Yeah.
what I kind of notice what I noticed, I mean, I've been noticing for a while, and it just seems to get more prevalent the more that I, look at social media, or the more I just kind of look at anything that's geared toward a relationship, companionship in this day and age. It seems like relationships have become way more transactional now than they've ever been. Like, it's like if you can't it's like people are like, look, like if you can't do X, Y, and Z, then we can't be together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I get it, and I guess it's not anything bad to have standards, or it's not anything bad to have an expectation or understanding of what you want. Like, that's all necessary. But a lot of times it seems like people are requiring other people to have things that they don't possess. You know what I mean? And it's just weird to me. It's like I don't know what year it was, but it seemed like maybe 2014, 2015. A lot of times, we'll look on the news, and we'll look on social media, and like you'd look up and there was people getting shot. Like, it was like specifically like black people getting shot by the police, like every week, or
Mhm.
once a week, or every month, something like that. And to the point where, like, we were so desensitized to it, like it just became like,
Right.
damn, like it ain't as fucked up, but it ain't as fucked up as it once was, because I see it all the time. Now it seems like that's how love is. Like, love is being devalued, and to the point that we have become desensitized to it. It's like, it's almost like you can't. You can't, like, be vulnerable. You can't be transparent, because it's like you got to hold your cards to the vest, to your tight to your vest, because people are more people are more worried about being taken for a ride or being taken advantage of than possibly making a connection that could be like a deep connection, a connection that can you know be something that they can have and hold and cherish, and all that shit they say when you get married.
Mhm.
Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just deep to me. Like, it seems as if it's almost being done on purpose. Like it's like everything is being geared toward people being transactional. Like, well, you got to have X amount of dollars, before I can even entertain you, or you gotta, you know, like, we gotta have sex like the first night, or we gotta like it's super like transactional, and it's like I don't get it. It's like I don't get it. Like, what say you, sis?
Hmm. I like my plate is full when it comes to that dialogue right there. So where I want to start. Uh, big. Oh, I'm just. It's so much going on in my head. But the biggest thing is we on social media now. But I'm gonna say social media.
It is.
Okay,
Yeah.
social media.
Mm-hmm.
It has a perspective.
Mm-hmm.
We can use social media, but you have to know how to use social media.
Mm-hmm.
The point of the matrix is to program, to input a certain program
Mm-hmm.
into the ether, to the atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
The certain program is anti-family.
Right. Right.
It's not about family.
Mm-mm.
So, and what you don't understand is everything around you, whether you believe it, whether you know it, whether you don't, it is programming you.
Facts.
Why do you not want to partner with someone? We innately come here to desire partnership,
Mm-hmm.
companionship. Why would you not want that? Because you've been programmed at this point
Right.
fully, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
The only thing now to counteract this stuff is we have to become aware
Yeah.
and speak out.
Yeah.
That's why we on here now. We
Right.
doing this
Facts.
show is to help speak out and to help
Yeah.
bring awareness to that's part. One thing too, there's no box. I decide how my life is gonna go.
Right. 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 Right.
And me and my dude, if we want to get married in the courthouse, fine. Church house, fine. On the beach, with a rabbi, without. That's our business.
At
We
Chuck E.
don't
Cheese,
have
like
to
it don't even
follow
matter.
any rules. See,
It don't even matter.
it don't matter. We gotta realize that it don't. You and you is what matter.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you and your person decide what matter. It's my thing is this too. You know you're miserable by yourself. Let's
Right.
be real.
Mm-hmm.
Come out of the matrix. Realize, and then nothing too. Nothing is gonna be easy. You
Right.
can't just run because her fart was too loud.
I done ran because of
She
that
left
too
her
one
toothbrush
time.
on the
I ran
counter.
one time.
Come on, stuff it out. Get some hairspray and tough it out.
Oh
You
man,
gotta
that's funny
start
you
doing
said
things
that.
like stop sliding to the left on this cell phone. Stop sliding. Nothing.
Right.
We got.
Nah.
I got
And,
a download about a month ago,
mm-hmm.
and it said, "Cut out all the internet introducing.
Mm-hmm.
Stop on this internet. Go to QT. Holler at somebody at the Drake station. Say hi. How you doing,
That's
sir? Ma'am.
that's quick trip for all my people going hip. You know, we
Oh
ain't got that
yeah,
up here.
quick trip. Go to
Right. We
McDonald's wherever you go. Chick-fil-A. Talk to somebody in
right.
person. Get off this internet. Trying to code and talk to folks.
Right, because all you talking to is a mask. All you doing is you're gonna meet a represent a
That's
bot,
right.
a live bot for real. So yeah,
And,
people
and,
definitely
and realize everybody ain't perfect.
right, right, and that's another thing that like I was just getting ready to say. Like people be too caught up in the perception that people have
Social media.
like of you and your relationship, and then people be too caught up the other way, as how people portray themselves. Because all you gonna see is what they want you to see. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna show you the crusty them. You know when they wake up in the morning and you know they got slob on the side of their mouth. You know they gonna get on the camera when they all fake pretty
Right,
and got the 27 piece and the pump it up all in their head, like you know what I'm
right,
saying.
right,
And
right.
you know what I'm saying, like and they, that's what you're gonna see. You're gonna see the what's that, the body shapers, the all that. You're gonna see all that.
We're going to body
Ain't
shape.
not ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm just
Let us
saying,
make it
like,
on that one now.
I am just saying, though, that's what you're gonna see. You're gonna be
Listen,
like, pow, pow. Like, they don't want you to see, like, what I'm saying, the regular them,
right.
like, what I'm saying, like the regular them, like, and I just think, like you said, like, people don't realize, like you said, it's so easy to run, but people don't understand that when you seeing the stuff that's tough, the hard stuff, they don't see that you're really looking at a flawed version of yourself. Like, you're really looking at the things that you need to tighten up on yourself. I say it all the time, like, relationships are mirrors. Like, you gonna see
Right.
what you gonna see in you that you don't even see in you when you look at somebody else, and they do stuff that kind of irritate you, or they do stuff that's kind of uneven. Like, you gonna see the things in you that you need to change. You know what I mean? So yeah, like, it's too easy to look at somebody based on how we, like, our perception of things is now, how everything is supposed to be quote unquote perfect. It's too easy to look and be like, ah, well, they messed up because, like you said, like, they, like, they parts be crooked or whatever, like,
Right.
whatever it is they get off at where they don't like. But, like, they missing the whole point. The whole point is to examine, what I'm saying, yourself on a deeper level, you know what I'm saying, and see where you can be better at, and for them to see where they can be better, so y'all can be y'all best selves to create a powerhouse together. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but people don't have enough patience for that now. Like, the internet has sped things up. Like, stuff got to go a certain way in a certain amount of time, or it's like, well, I'm wasting my time, or, people be too, like I said, caught up in the opinions of other people, or
I
how
was just I
what.
was just gonna say about that and talk about. I'm
Mm-hmm,
just gonna ask you about that.
go
About
ahead, speak on it.
uh and that letting other people fool you and clown you out of relationships.
Man.
Another thing too, people get caught up in. This a big one too.
Mm-hmm.
You and your chicken boo or your whoever, your baby boy or whatever, break up. Y'all go back and forth 4 or 5, 10 years. You
Mm-hmm.
broke up. You meet somebody else new in a few more months.
Mm-hmm.
Everything going fine. Here they come trying back. Like you moved on, and you get pulled right back because you got 5 year history.
Mm-hmm.
She know you better than the person do. He know you better than the person do. In order to pull your energy right back, you go
Mm-hmm.
back. So you leave who you with that was going good.
Mm-hmm.
So you leave that person. Now they like, what the fuck? Excuse my
Right,
language.
right, right,
You know what's so now that person like, they didn't live. Now you get a little jaded or whatever. You get
right,
so you go back over there and it'll last 2 weeks.
right,
Or
right,
you
right.
done messed up where you was at.
Mm-hmm.
And you go backwards and forwards.
Fighting for your limitations.
Like it's still letting the past be in the past and stop
Mm-hmm.
letting them old folk ruin your new stuff.
Mm-hmm.
When you find somebody new, enjoy that. Don't run backwards and forwards.
Right, right, right.
All you doing is messing up the energy at the place you
Mm-hmm.
at now.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get mad and say all females cheat and like this thing that. Since doing this podcast, I go online more, kind of go and see what the flavor is.
Mm-hmm.
I hear the same thing over and over and over. How ratchet females are and ungrateful and this and last and ugly and ooh. And I'm like, oh my God. One dude said he ain't buying no female nothing. It's the last nigga that buy her nothing. First of all,
What do
why
one
would
have to
I
do with
take
the
no
other?
somebody about me last relationship anyway?
Yeah, like, I don't know,
Why would I
like,
tell
that
you that? A lot
that
of
that type of stuff is
crazy
crazy.
psychological pro
Bullshit.
stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what it is. Like, it's just, and then, like, you can kind of tell, and when you hear people say stuff like that, you can just kind of already tell where they at. Like, you can tell where they at mentally. You
Absolutely.
you, you can tell. if you can, if you should even engage. Like it's certain stuff like, I don't never judge a book by its cover, but damn it, if I hear certain keywords I hear and just be like,
Yeah,
or it's certain keywords from a mindset perspective where I'd be like, oh, okay, nah, like what I'm saying, like,
yeah, it's the
nah, I'm
list of
cool, I'm
stuff.
cool. They still in they still 13 or 14 in their mind.
Right,
You
right,
know what I
right.
mean? Like they grown physically, anatomy wise, but
Yeah,
15 in their mind based off of their perception of this idea or this concept that I'm presenting to them.
but yeah, it's definitely it's Amazon. Like you said, ain't transactional. Just
Yeah,
order it up. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? It's like order it up, and
mm-hmm,
it's not sustainable.
mm-mm,
It's just not sustainable. I don't know how long it's gonna last, but it's not sustainable
right,
because we come to help each other in a tangible way. Uh, and I want to do my part in making, bringing awareness that we have to get together
mm-hmm,
and help each other out. It's okay, if it's everybody have their preferences and
mm-hmm,
whatever you desire, you can have it. You know what I'm saying? It's not impossible.
right,
It's my you black women don't get married. But shit, I've been married before, been engaged several times.
right, right, right,
It could have been married more than that. You know what I'm saying? It's
mm-hmm.
like that's just what you let them tell you.
Right. That goes back to what we was talking about last week about belief. What you
That's
believe
right.
and what how you take what other people say and what they perceive as one thing and you make it a belief based off of what they what they tell or what you actually receive or what you allow to be a belief that you make based off of what people say.
So what's some good solutions that we
Um,
could put out? What's some good solutions to that?
I I think really I think you just got to take everything and first of all, like you were saying, like you first off you got to know what you yourself is about. Like you got to get down, like take all the masks off, take all of the rules, the boxes, get out of all those and kind of figure out what it is that you get down with. Who are you? You know what I'm saying? Once you figure out who you are, then it'll be easier to kind of figure out the type of person that's going to match well with you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we end up being with certain people because we feel like that's the end thing. It's almost like people that wear Jordans. Like you like Jordans because do you like them? Do you like them because they look good, or you like them because it's what everybody got? Because that's what
Right.
everybody say that is the end thing. So people chase the end thing, and then they realize that that ain't even really for them, and then they end up on that pile of people who, what I'm saying, are saying like, oh, all men are this, all women are that. Like, no, it's not the fact. You just didn't take time to know, who you were, so that you could make a conscientious decision about the type of person that you should try to link up with. So it's really about knowing yourself. It's about taking the time to listen to people. You know what I'm saying? Not to respond to what they're saying, but to understand them. You know what I'm saying? So that you can get an understanding for who they are. Also, don't run through the red flags. Certain like something like I ain't saying that they got to be perfect. Everybody that you meet that you have a connection with that you feel is dynamic, it's not going to be perfect, but there's certain things that you need to be. What are your red flags? You got to know what your red flags are. You know what I'm saying? And once they present the red flags to you, then you can't ignore them. Once they show you who they are, you kind of got to take them at face value. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even to say you got to leave them alone. It's just that you got to like, all right, well, this is who they are. So I can't expect them to be this person who I want them to be. This is who they are. You
Mhm,
know what I mean? So I
mhm.
think it's about setting the proper expectation with yourself. Again, by knowing who you are enough to seek out the type of person that's going to be somebody that's compatible for you instead of like the end thing or because I think men and women we a lot of times we choose partners based off of like it's retail. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's literally like a purse or some shoes or that's how a lot of people pick. Like, oh, he
Yeah.
got this, he got that. Like, but you don't even understand that this motherfucker really crazy. And like once you touch that crazy button, you don't even know what you got into, or vice versa. You know what I mean? So it's all about awareness. Awareness. To sum
Awareness.
all that up is awareness.
Yeah. That's what I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Awareness. And what I also learned on this spiritual journey is you have to have your own like laws and code, a personal code.
Mm-hmm.
I got a personal code that this I'm not gonna do. I don't
Right.
care what. Like I don't go out late at night. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I leave my house past a certain time at night. Because I
Right.
have to. That's
Mm-hmm.
just something I do. You know what I'm saying? I have because if you have your own self-governance, that'll help with
Right.
looking seeing the flags.
Like I
You know
met
what I'm
this
saying?
dude at 3:30 in the morning. I knew I should have been my ass in the house.
Right. Yeah, you got to have some kind of self-governance.
Mm-hmm.
Uh and you got to reflect, get still, and become clear as possible on what you desire. Forget about whether or not you can have it because you can,
Right.
but just reflect and become clear about what you want. And then I always say, write that down,
Mm-hmm.
put it to the side, and then you work on becoming that. You
Facts.
work on becoming what you want.
Mm-hmm.
And by law, by universal law,
It's gonna show
you
up.
don't get it.
Yeah, you're gonna show up, and that's why
I,
people.
it's proof. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's why
That's
I'm here now. But I've done the work, and you have to do the work.
and that's why people end up with a lot of the stuff that they don't want because all they focus on is the stuff that they don't want. I don't want no man that's
Right.
gonna do this. I don't want a woman that's gonna do that, and you end up manifesting that energy because that's what you don't want. And the universe don't know the difference between what you want and what you don't want. They know the energy of what you putting into.
Have you ever asked a client like, "What do you want?"
And they be
Have you
like,
ever asked?
I don't know. But
They
shit, I
tell me
do it.
what they don't want, and I'm like, "No,
Yeah, right. Everything you
look,
do, right. Everything they
time
don't.
out.
Right, 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 right,
I
right.
ask you,
What do you
what
want?
do you want?"
Right, right, right.
The first thing, I time
Right,
out.
don't. Right, 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 right. Now that's
Don't even
facts.
tell. What do I'm trying to make you use your tongue
Mm-hmm.
to profess
Mm-hmm.
to the universe, to God, what you want. Stop saying
Right.
what you still. It's like it's automatic. I be like, it's just automatic. It just
Mm-hmm.
no. What do you desire? What do you?
That's the frequency that most of us are on now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We on that frequency of fear. Damn, I don't want this to happen. I hope this don't happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's
yeah,
just the dominant frequency that most of us frequent. So yeah, it's wild.
yeah. Becoming aware, man. Coming aware, and knowing that no matter what goes on around you in the world, no matter how small you feel you are, you can you can bring to you whatever you desire. It really is
Facts.
that simple.
Facts.
Uh, but it's simple, but it's not.
Because you got to get clear on what it is that you desire.
You got to get it in. You got to get clear up here because
Yep.
the all is mental, right? The
All is
first
mental.
universal law, all is
Yep.
mental. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We're gonna hit them with some
yeah,
love
I don't know if
messages.
anybody. Yeah,
I know I got one person on my
I was gonna do. I was gonna do. Just you could pull a tarot card. I was gonna do like a weekly advice for them.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, go ahead and do that, and I'll pull a tarot card to go with
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
That's my cards real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a weekly
Ancestors,
advice,
ancestors.
and I'm using one of my favorite decks, uh, Ganesha.
Okay.
You want me to go first? Or you want to do tarot card first?
Now go ahead. Go ahead. I'll
Okay.
follow up with the tarot card.
I'm gonna do some advice and guidance for the week. And we'll start with Aries.
What is the cards have for Aries this
What's
week?
the advice and guidance for Aries? Aries, you got healing, which is the number 9. I know right now, like we're preparing, we're coming down to the 8 of Hearts, right?
Mm-hmm.
In 2024. So that 8 of Heart is that healing energy. Aries, you have some healing that's coming into you. The number 9 means that there are things that you've ended cycles. You had some things to close up in your life that you'll be getting some healing on. That is for Aries. Healing.
Yeah, that resonates. I got the 8 of Swords reverse, so it's just like meaning like a way out, freedom at last. So that healing, let that healing be a way out of whatever burdens or whatever obstacles you feel like you're facing. You have that the energy is right for you to go ahead and transition to the next phase of what's next for you.
All right, Aries. Next we have Taurus. What is the spiritual guidance for Taurus for the week? These four sticky. Splendor. 10. Taurus. Yeah, you got some transformation. You've had some transformation that's gonna really make you very, very happy, very elated. There's whatever you're doing creatively, it it helped you to transform your life. There's a new beginning. There's two things in your life that's been transformed. Allow. It's something very like beautiful. I don't know if you do if somebody do hair, but yeah, it's very beautiful energy for Taurus. Splendor. So embrace that newness because evidently you've earned it. So embrace it. Good
I
job.
pulled the I pulled the Ace of Cups in reverse. So that's basically to piggyback off that. It's like you gotta get out of that block heart space. So if it's something where you kind of holding yourself back from somebody, like you kind of keeping your love from somebody or something like that, like you got to let that go, because the reverse
Allow.
of it is a rebirth, but passionate beginnings. That's the reverse of it. I pulled it reverse, but the upright is a reboot, rebirth, emotional rebirth. So get out of that blocked place in your heart so that you can get back to the good stuff.
So you can allow. That's right. You have to
Exactly.
when things transform. You have to allow it to the new to come in. So you have to allow it. Gemini. What is the spiritual advice for Gemini? Nurture. Nurture. Gemini 11. You may have been seeing the number 11. 11. That is a sign for you to nurture your child. Nurture your inner child. And again, it's a lot of transformational energy. This is the lotus flower is coming up. The lotus flower is what comes to the top of the water after it goes through all the mud, all the uh all of the hard work and all of the nastiness of life. So nurture your inner child.
Cool. So I pulled the fool card in reverse. So that's about doubt, fear, staying in your comfort zone. So with Gemini, Gemini are overthinkers. Got a lot of mental agility, a lot of air quality. So get out of your head, Gemini. Um, get out of your comfort zone. Your comfort zone is being all stuck in your head. You know what I'm saying? The possibilities of what can be versus taking action so that it can manifest. So take that action, get out of your head, and quit putting that doubt and fear into it, and actually take action and see it for what it is and that what you actually think it can be.
We had a full moon in Gemini yesterday, right? Didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, full moon in Gemini yesterday. Today, I mean, next is Cancer. What is the spiritual advice and guidance for Cancer? These cards sticking together. Come on. Okay. Substance. Substance. Ooh. Cancer. You indulgent, huh?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Something you indulgent in. You got to be mindful of that. Your advice for cancers is to be mindful what you indulgent in. You can enjoy all things in life, but be mindful of the amount that you have, that you're indulgent in.
I'm pulling all reverse cards today, but I pulled the Hermit in reverse, and that's about repeating past mistakes, seeking external validation. Um, so um, what I take that to mean is based off of what you've gone through. Don't put yourself in a position to go through something say similar. It ain't even probably the same problem, but it's the same energy. It ain't necessarily the same thing you're dealing with per se specifically, but it's the same energy, the same way that you're showing up, kind of on some puppy dog shit. Like you know what I'm saying? Like um, show up in a way in which you protect yourself just as much as you exalt the other person.
Cancer. All right, who we got next? Leo.
Yo, what is it
What's
called?
the spiritual advice or guidance for Leo? Belonging. Five. Five is change. Belonging. Hmm. You have to change. You have to allow change because where you want to go, you belong there. You got the rat that's running in this cord that's running. Maybe you're on a rat race. You don't feel like you belong at a job or you belong this or you belong there. You belong where you want to go. Just keep going to that place. Allow the change. Five. Allow the movement. Go with the flow of the movement.
Yeah. So I pulled the Eight of Wands in reverse. So by not allowing that movement, you're spinning your wheels. You got a conflict with the direction you're going in. So instead of going with the flow, you just kind of staying stuck because it's like, you know, you're not flowing. So trust that you're moving in the right direction and quit staying stuck, trying to be
Right.
perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to go with the flow, and it might even be a situation where it gets a little rocky sometimes, but that's basically for your education. It's not to like mess you up. It's not to throw you off your path. It's actually to prepare you on your path even further. So get out of your own way, Leo.
Leo. What we got next? Virgo. What is the spiritual guidance message for Leo? I mean for Virgo. For Virgo. Ooh, these cards are sticky. Virgo don't want to give me no message.
Know how stubborn they are.
Well,
What
let's see, Virgo.
spiritual
Splendor again. The same card that I just
force,
got.
force.
Virgo, yeah, you being stubborn about something. This card didn't want to come out the deck.
Mm.
But it's positive. It's the same. It's the same theme I'm seeing. These butterflies. This transformation. So don't be stuck in like bound to what you used to. It's so much, man. It's so much good things that are coming into to people. But when you ask for things, you have to allow them to come to you. You ask, you pray, right? That's when you ask, when you pray. When you meditate is when you get like the direction. You get how to get there. But then you have to also allow. You have to also allow those things that you've asked to come to your life. So it's beautiful energy that I'm seeing so far, but it's about you've done the work to transform. Now your work is to allow.
So I pulled the Queen of Swords in reverse, and that's like bitterness. So somewhere I feel like the reason why they're not allowing is because it's like maybe they feel like they don't. Maybe they feel like they're protecting themselves against like manipulation or cruelty in some kind of way, and maybe the way that they have been handled in the past make them bitter as far as moving forward. So that's where you kind of holding yourself and being stuck, Virgo. And I understand that just based on how y'all perceive things. So you got to be vulnerable. You gotta be able to put yourself out there a little bit and trust that everything is gonna work out how it's supposed to.
Facts. What we got? Libra.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Libras. What is the spiritual advice for Libra? Energetic movement. Yeah, this is my like workout card. You need to like, you know, do some kind of energetic movement. They got yoga, you got tai chi, and uh, you have some stagnant energy that has to move out of your out of your aura. So Libras, do some type of energetic movement. That's your advice.
With the Queen of Swords. So that's truth and justice above all. So stagnant, that could also be speaking on like mindset. That could be speaking on like a situation. Let the truth and the justice of it reign supreme over your feelings, over your emotions. You know what I'm saying? So that could be keeping you stagnant. How you feel about something versus what the truth is about the matter. That Queen of Swords is that logical, wise woman energy. Might even be a woman that gave you a very wise woman that trying to give you some game. You know what I'm saying? That you don't want to hear it because it's not, lining up with your narrative, but it's actually lining up with the truth. So, you know what I'm saying? Don't take that as, you know, take take the truth as your authority versus, your authority as the truth. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Scorpio. What
What's
is
the
the
message for
spiritual
Let's
message for
see. What's
Scorpio?
the spiritual message?
Advice.
What's the spiritual advice for Scorpio?
Ooh. Scorpio, you have four. That's decision. You have a decision to make, Scorpio. Hmm. It's something that you already have, but you indecisive about it. It is it's an invisible hand that you can't see that's kind of manipulating things for you. Scorpio, you know how to dig deep, investigate, research, get to the bottom of things. Whatever this is that you have, it's massive. It looks very desirable. So be mindful and don't allow those around you to manipulate you out of what you already got. It's already in your hand. So decide. Decide. Once you decide, hey, this is mine. It's yours.
Yeah, that's from dead on. So I put the Emperor in reverse, so that's about insecurity. So you got to get out of that place of insecurity. It also speaks to daddy issues, which is like the lack of, I guess, masculine presence in some kind of way. Maybe the lack of masculine presence in this card means that you're not taking action. You know what I mean? You're not exerting yourself and with using your aspect of masculine energy and you're staying stuck in your insecurity. So get out of your insecurity because it's right there for you. You just gotta go ahead and get it.
That's right. It's it's amazing though because sometimes you do the work for something and then when you get it, like this, I got it, it's mine. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's
Hmm.
yours.
Right, right,
Yeah.
right,
But
right.
folks around you can make you fool you out of it too if you let them, because they
Yeah,
ain't got it.
exactly.
So don't,
That's when
Scorpio,
you gotta
you got
realize
it.
that you gotta transcend that frequency.
That's right. Be an alchemist.
Hmm.
All right.
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius. What's the
Message that
message
we
for
have for
Sagittarius?
Sagittarius this week. Message.
What's the message for
Message that we have for
Sagittarius?
Sagittarius this week.
Guidance 33. This is Sag season, right?
Yeah, it is.
You have the master number 33, and you have you supposed to be ascending, learning. You have new guides around you, but you have to you have to be mindful. That's my favorite word tonight. Be mindful and stand still in order to be able to feel this energy that's around you. Abundance, knowledge, wisdom. They want to give it to you. And I feel like you like, yeah, it's like this card gives two energies. Yes, and then no. So you a Sag. That's a part of your energy. Is the higher, you know, the higher, the higher uh
Realms, the higher self.
self.
Hmm.
So lean into it.
So you picked 33. I picked the 6 of Wands in reverse. Now 3 and 3
Uh,
is 6.
and
So,
six.
right. So, Trojan horse, no, that's Trojan horse energy. Humiliated loser energy. So, what that means is stay attuned to your higher self, like she was saying, because if you're not, you're going to be tricked out of what it is that you don't know. You know what I'm saying? They're going to basically whatever they think. If you're not in tune with your higher self, you're gonna get tricked out of, you know what I'm saying, your whole situation. Like it's gonna look good, it's gonna seem like that's where you're supposed to be, and then your lack of understanding, your lack of intuition on a higher level could
Discernment.
put you could have you in a non desirable place. So stay in tune to your higher self so that you can discern, like she said, discern what's for your highest good and what's just BS.
All right. Capricorn. What is the spiritual guidance advice for Capricorns?
Spiritual guidance advice. Spiritual.
Joy. We already know. 11.
Uh-huh.
You got to go have a little fun, Capricorns.
Mm-hmm.
Have a little pleasure, a little joy.
Yeah, I'll be busy, man.
Be busy, man, like on skates, roller skates. uh, the number 11, uh, that's two.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you get to get a friend or get a partner, go out, have a little fun. What make you happy? What do you enjoy doing? Do some of that this week. Let your hair down. Take your head off. You know, don't do a little boogie woogie.
Mm-hmm. So I pulled the King of Swords in reverse, so kind of the opposite. Like basically, if you're not having fun, if you kind of stick to being so hard on yourself, you get that tyrant, abusive father type energy. You know what I mean? So that's the flip side of it. If you don't balance out all that work that you're doing, all that energy you're putting into, everything else, it's gonna, it has the possibility to turn you into a tyrant. You know what I'm saying? You don't, because you got to have that joy and that glee to balance out that work that you're doing. So definitely get on with the fun so that you don't be running around here trying to torment others and yourself. Actually.
But I can say too, also lately, I've been I've been feeling really, really happy
Hmm.
and joyous. I don't know, uh, but I do know that generally speaking, Capricorns do need to we work a lot, It's
Hmm.
just matter of fact. But you got to also play a little too, you
Gotta
know.
balance it out.
Gotta balance it out.
Aquarius.
Aquarius, what is the
Aquarius.
spiritual message
What's the
guidance
spiritual
for
message for
Aquarius?
Aquarius this week? What's the spiritual message about
Well, that's too many cards. Wait a minute. Aquarius,
it?
what's the message for Aquarius? 5, energetic movement. We get the same messages.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah. Take some of this full moon energy, Aquarius, and make some moves. I know I don't do it anymore. I used to like dance like 3 songs a day. I did 3 songs play. I just dance. That was my movement for the day. So you could just try to do that. Just dance, play a song, and just dance around the house, but move your body to let the energy flow. Or you can also look up tantric, because you can do with especially if you're well, it's male or female, but the tantric helping you open up to
Hmm.
parts of your energy in your body.
So I pulled the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So to go with that, the movement, it seems like you're kind of discontent with your work. So if your job or anything that you're doing that feels like work, you're kind of discontent. You have discontentment with it. So you need to kind of shift that energy around. I ain't telling you to go quit your job per se, but you just got to move around. I mean, it may be an option for some of y'all to go quit your job because you really ain't happy there and you're just doing it out of obligation. And you feel like you just got to hang on, because you feel like that's the only way you can do what you need to do or get done. But that discontentment is gonna, kind of like seep its way into a lot of different things that you're doing unless you move around and move that energy around. So don't feel like you got to stay where you at. Move around expeditiously.
Last but not least,
Good old
Pisces.
Pisces. What is the spiritual advice for Pisces this week? What's the spiritual advice for Pisces this week?
Pisces gave me two cards. They only gave me two cards. Reflection and joy for Pisces. When you reflect on how far you've come, even in this year, it's going to bring you joy. What I've learned is it's actually the experience more so than anything. It's actually experience. So the more you reflect, you're gonna realize that you've come through a lot to be joyous about. Out of all the cards, you don't want got two cards. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to got two cards. So it's like you have a lot to be thankful for and joyous for. That's a great thing. So reflect so you can connect to those things. So you can feel that joy.
Facts. So I pulled the 9 of Swords in reverse. Like, I don't know why pretty much all the cards I pulled was in reverse today. But this is a decent one. This is end of worry. So quit worrying, Pisces. Y'all get deep into y'all emotional escrow, and y'all like to hold things. So hold on to a lot of things that kind of keep y'all in a state of worry. But let that go. You know what I'm saying? Let that go. And embrace the sunny side. You know what I'm saying? Y'all Pisces, y'all fish, y'all up under the water, and all that good stuff. But come up out of your emotions, and you ain't gotta tackle everything with your emotions. You ain't gotta worry about everything so deep, so deeply. So yeah, end of worry.
Thanks.
Let it be good, and be good with it being good.
Thanks. Now next Monday we'll do the month.
Yeah, we do the month.
We'll
Yeah.
do the card for the month for
Hmm.
December because it'll be this. I just realized it'll be December
Man,
next Monday.
these months flying by, sis.
The
Man,
last
this
year of the month, man.
this year done went so fast. Like,
It did.
and actually, the years are going back. They're going faster and faster every year. Like, it's crazy how fast they're moving. It's like we
They're
on warp
going
speed
faster
right
and
now.
faster. I know it's kind of a little bit off topic, but just tell you how I want to get a reading by. You ever heard of Sister Myra?
Uh-uh.
Sister Myra, she be on Black Magic a lot, and I want to get a
Hmm.
reading, but she was booked out for like damn near a year, and I'm like,
Damn.
the book I for the wait for the whole year,
Right.
and I looked up and it was May again, and I said, dog, I should have just did it,
Right. 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 Right.
cause
Right.
it went
Right.
by like bam, and
Yeah.
I was
Cause
so
soon as
disappointed.
you forget about it, so you'll forget about it. Then she'll be sending you a message like, "You ready for your reading or whatever?" somebody put in the Somebody put in the comments, Dre's high on dangerous Mexican drugs.
Huh?
You see the comments to whoever, Paula Berlinski, she said Dre's high on dangerous Mexican drugs.
Who
Like,
was
nah,
that?
I don't know. Dre's actually
Wow.
sober. Like this is the most sober I've been in quite some time in my life. So no, I'm
And
very
that's
sober.
awesome. But we are kind of high. We just high
Yeah,
off
we
flavor,
have life and energy and yeah,
off
yeah,
life,
yeah.
man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna say this before we get off. If you want to find peace in your life, I'm gonna give you the tip tonight. Once I allowed all the adults around me. Now I say allow, I mean, not being my feelings, not get mad, nothing. I allow them their choice because they got it. Because I got one too. I can only help choose from one person. That's my son, because he a minor.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody else, I don't care what you do. I don't care who you do it with. I don't care what you. I don't care. That is so
Right.
peaceful.
That's right. Right. Right.
When I got that, my life went. It changed dramatically. Because you be getting
Mm-hmm.
your feelings about this, and like that's an adult.
Mm-hmm.
Take control of people.
Right.
You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? You can't.
Facts. And they can't control you.
They can't control you.
Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
it's not easy to get there, but it's definitely worth it.
Mm-hmm. Nah, that's facts.
So
That's for sure. That's for sure. Like that's one of those. That's one of those lessons that you would have at one point in your life, and then you would go a certain point, and then you had to come back to see if you really got it. You know what I'm saying? To
oh,
test you on it.
absolutely.
You know what I
It happened
mean?
several times.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's
yeah,
why
for
now I
sure.
really, really got it. Because I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I'm still feeling a little shaky, baby. You know
Right,
what I'm
right,
saying? I'm
right.
still feeling a little in
Right,
my,
right, right.
some kind of way. I'm like, I ain't quite there. But when I
Yeah.
got there, I knew that I was there.
Mm-hmm. That might be one that I'm still working on in some instances. I mean, I got the
Oh, yeah,
majority of it. I feel like I got the majority of it, but I think in
yeah.
some instances I'm still doing some work there because it'd be like, I don't see why they don't see shit. Like,
Oh man, join the club. I hope you.
right.
I invite you to join the club because
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
telling
yeah. Nah, nah. I'm joking for real. I'm closer to being there than I'm not being there. Actually,
you, good stuff. Good stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, it's man. And it's not that I don't care. Is that I know I can't control it. I have to accept whatever
That just
choose,
reminded me. That
whether
just
I
sounded
like it or
like
not. You know what I'm
that just
saying?
sounded look. That just sounded like Ali. He'd be like, I don't care.
I
I don't
don't.
care.
I don't. I mean, I'm serious. I don't care.
Mhm.
I give two F's.
Right. Shout out to Andrew Ali.
Andrew Ali, that's my first teacher, spiritual teacher. I
Mhm.
mean, I don't give a. I at this point, I could give two about an adult in that
Right,
way.
right, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Right, right,
Of course,
right.
I love. I'm loving, but I've discontinued
Gotta detach.
from being upset. Oh, so and choose to do this, and so and choose to do that, and you
Right.
be out and you be upset, disappointed. This and third. Girl, sit down.
Right, right, right. Oh yeah, no, I definitely be cussing myself out like, a couple times a week. But I get there. By the end of the week I'll be there. But on
Yeah,
Mondays and Tuesdays, I'll be to have to cuss myself out a couple times.
nah, I'm good. And it's like I think that it offends people. But I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm unbothered.
Unbothered.
Shit, unbothered all the way.
Right, right.
Sorry, and I had to work to get here, but man, it's peaceful because I respect it. I
Hmm.
respect everybody's choice.
Facts.
If we go to Baskin and Robbins, 31 flavors,
Hmm.
I can pick whatever I want, and
Hmm.
so can you. You cannot choose for me.
Right.
That's how life is.
Facts. No, you're right. Absolutely.
So
So
that's it. That's
that's
our.
it. Yeah, I don't see nobody in here. Ain't nobody said nothing about wanting to reading. So yeah, we're gonna go
Just you
ahead
being
and
high, huh?
yeah, just I'm high. I must have really been tapped in for me to be high. Cause I definitely ain't smoking no weed.
Well, if they want to tap in in person or with a reading, what can they get you at, Dre, for a reading?
They can hit me up on mostly on Facebook under DeAndre Washington. Just go to my messenger and be like, "Hey man, I need a reading," and then I go ahead and lay out all the details. Also, if you on TikTok, you can hit me on Eternal Student 8181. That's my handle on there. And I do spreads on there, and you can request me on there.
Okay.
Um, what about you, sis? Where you at? Where they can get you for a reading?
I'm on my website at www.empresschrissy.com. If you want to look at your chronology, maybe you or your mate, you want to see if y'all, what's going on in y'all relationship, the energy, what's ahead for the year, holla at your girl. We'll hook you up. Definitely hook you up.
But yeah, that's gonna put a bow on the November 27th show of Playing with Destiny, Tarot Relationships, and the Card Game of Life. We will see y'all next Monday. We gonna have some new stuff for y'all. So we'll see y'all then.
Facts. Peace.
Peace out.
Ashay.
Shay.